It's your girl, Michelle D.I., Mrs. Divine Intervention herself. To all my helper bees out there, you know who you are. Those that are always helping everyone else and neglecting yourself. Yes, boo, look in the mirror. I'm talking to you. Here to let you know God has not forgotten about you. I've been sent on divine assignment. It's time for reflections, choosing me guilt free. That means 30 minutes for your mind, your body, spirit, and emotions. And don't act like you don't have time. You have time for everyone and everything else. Sit back and relax because if you're here, that means this show is for you or it's for someone you know. But most likely, it's for both of y'all. Deep breaths, love. Let's go. It's your girl, Michelle D.I., Mrs. Divine Intervention herself. To all my helper bees out there, you know who you are. Those that are always helping everyone else and neglecting yourself. Yes, boo, look in the mirror. I'm talking to you. Here to let you know God has not forgotten about you. I've been sent on divine assignment. It's time for reflections, choosing me guilt free. That means 30 minutes for your mind, your body, spirit, and emotions. And don't act like you don't have time. You have time for everyone and everything else. Sit back and relax because if you're here, that means this show is for you or it's for someone you know. But most likely, it's for both of y'all. Deep breaths, love. Let's go. Hey, family. Hey, family. Hey, family. It is your girl, Michelle Allen Franklin. Yes, Mrs. Michelle D.I. Why? You know, boo, for divine intervention, because there are no coincidences in this world. Only God's divine intervention in our lives. And Mrs. Community Builder, why? Because you know your girl's going to give you the good information, boo. Yes, the things you need for your mind, your body, your spirit, and your emotions. And family. Yes, y'all know if y'all hearing my voice, it's Monday, boo. It is Monday, 1 o'clock, and Reflections choosing me guilt free. We on the radio. Okay. Yes, it is. It's Monday, February the 16th. Yes, the Monday after the Day of Love. Valentine's Day, February the 14th. What y'all do? What did you have a boo? Did, did you go out? Did you do something? You stayed home? Okay. Yeah, your girl was working. Your girl was working for Valentine's Day. But I don't have a boo, so I would have been home anyway. Well, no, I probably would have went out and done something, but nevertheless, I was home, sleep, taking my nap so that I can get up and go to work that good night shift. And that's what I was doing. But I have a question for you today. Y'all know we are talking this year's 2026, and we are talking all year long about different relationships. You know, your girl got a creative mind. And so we're going to be talking about your relationship with fear. We're going to be talking about your relationship with everything, with yourself, with the different things that you do, with the emotions that just run through. It's going to be a great year. You know, your girl always have some interesting topics. If for some reason you hadn't been listening to your girl, where you been, boo? Where you been? If for some reason, it's okay. I'm not going to hold it against you. I got you. All of the replays from last year, from 2025, Reflections Choosing Me Guilt Free, we on the radio, is on where? I heard my faithful listeners. Yes, Reflections, Choosing Me, Give. We on YouTube. We're on the YouTube channel. Just go over there and find us. Reflections, no space, capital CMGF. Reflections, CMGF. We on the radio. Go right on over to the podcast tab. Find all of the shows. Yeah, you won't be disappointed. I promise you. Whichever one you pick, it don't matter. You can start at the beginning and go down through there and listen to all 40 shows. Just like Jesus, 40 days and 40 nights. See, yeah. See that divineness? I didn't plan that, but that's how the Lord set that up. See, that's divine. Yes. Divine intervention. Whatever show you listening to, it's gonna be amazing. We talked about some everything last year. Uh the main thing that we're talking about today. Now, if y'all know anything about your girl, y'all got to give me a second because I know this is a gospel channel, but we not gonna act holy all the time. I'm just saying, just come stay with me. Stay with me. My favorite group of all time is New Edition. Okay. They are on tour right now. And they were in my hometown of Baltimore, Maryland. Yes, on Valentine's Day. Now, you know your girl was sick. My mama called me a couple of weeks ago and said, I have tickets. I'm going to the New Edition show. I said, you know you're wrong for this. To call and tell me you are going to the show and I can't be there and go to the show on Valentine's Day. I said, oh my goodness. But I had to, that was my initial reaction. So I had to come back and be happy for after that because it is a great show. I have been watching on YouTube. It's a great show. They were in Dallas week before last, but last Saturday, the 7th, they were in Dallas, but on Valentine's Day. So if you know anything about New Edition, one of their most popular comeback songs is If It Isn't Love. If it isn't love, why do I feel this way? Why does she stay on my mind? You know how you are trying to be. This is for the men out there. When y'all are trying so hard to be tough and act like you don't have feelings for someone. Mainly because you've been hurt in the past. That's really what it is. I'm going somewhere with this. Stay with me. Stop being holy. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere with it. It is 9 times out of 10, right? You've been hurt before in the past. That's what that song kind of breaks down to. Because he says, if it isn't love, why do I feel this way? Why does she stay on my mind? Who am I talking to out there? Somebody out there is thinking about someone. But you scared. Yeah, that's what it boils down to. So that's the name of the show today. Is it love or is it fear? Is it love or is it fear? We're talking, is it love or is it fear? I'm just going to break down a couple of things today. Knowing some people stay in relationships because they are afraid of losing. You're afraid of being by yourself, right? You're afraid of different things. We're going to talk about it today. Have you ever stayed in something because you really love them? Or maybe it was because you were afraid to lose them. I know it was Valentine's Day on Saturday, but we're on this self-love journey, honey. We've been on it since last August. And it is something about since I've started working with couples and why people stay in the situations that they stay in. And a lot of it, you will blame it on love. And I'm saying, boo, is it love really? Is it love? Or is it fear? Sometimes what we call love is fear of being alone, fear of starting over, fear of not being chosen, fear of not being enough. Let me say that again for the people back. I said fear of being alone, fear of starting over. I was talking to a woman, probably it's been a couple of months ago now. She had been with this man for over 40 years. They had grown adult children, and I'm saying 40, but I really in my head thinking it was closer to 60 years. Nevertheless, they had grown children, and the woman was whispering, right? And I was going, she was like, "Can you hear me?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am, I can hear you." And she said, "I don't want to wake him up." And I said, "Okay." I'm like, "Oh, yes, ma'am, I can hear you." And she went on to talk about this abusive relationship that she was in, and how, she was just afraid to leave. And she said her children, now these are their children together. She said her children, her son is asking her to come and live with them to get her out of this situation, but she's staying in the situation because she said, end quote, "I'm not going to leave all this that I have and go over there to their house and be a burden on them." And I was like, "Man, you don't have peace. You scared to talk." you know, no judgment, right? But if you don't have peace and you're afraid to show up in the world as you are, that is not love, right? Again, fear of not being chosen, fear of not being enough. It definitely will cost you your identity, right? Because you're shrinking to be, to fit, and to be, and to mold yourself into something smaller than who you are and who God has shown you that you are, right? John, First John, the fourth chapter, 18th verse says, "There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear." That means that fear is dominating the relationship. That means that something is misaligned, right? When you're having all those feels. Because love does not make you feel anxious, it doesn't make you shrink, it doesn't make you compete. We have, like, I've known of couples that have and been in competition with each other, trying to outdo one another. Not love, right? And love definitely does not make you beg. So again, if fear is leading a relationship, it is not from God. So let's break this down a little bit more, because a lot of us are attached. And I'm saying us because I've been in this situation. But best believe there's no judgment. Your girl has not made the best decisions when it boils down to relationships, right? Attachment, yeah, says don't leave me, choose me, validate me. If you're looking constantly, if that person is looking constantly, seeking validation from you, you can't validate yourself in situations. If you need someone to always choose you, um, again, love says, "I choose you freely, not because I've been manipulated to choose you. I'm whole whether you stay or go. I love you. I want you to stay. But if you leave, I'm okay. I'm still gonna make it. We gonna be all right." right? The anxious attachments. You've seen these people in relationships where the person is so anxious and afraid and just scared all the time. Or is it you that you have this constant worry that they're out cheating, that they're out doing something, that they're out, you're overthinking every little thing. They don't call you back in 20 seconds and you have to act a fool. Or just this hyper fixation, and I've seen it manipulated and twisted into, I need you to call me when you get to so and so, or you need to call me when you get out of so and so because I need to make sure that you're safe. Is that right? Are you doing that to someone? I don't know who I'm talking to today. If you're doing that to someone, best believe that is not love, sweetie. That is not love. That is anxious attachment. Avoidant attachment is the emotional shutdown. When people just shut down, you can't talk about anything, someone has hurt your feelings. That is a form of manipulation as well. fear of intimacy. When someone is getting close, or, I've had this happen in situations where I've met a nice person and we're talking, things are possibly, possibly going to the next level. And all of a sudden, just disappear, or they start, switching up, changing. And a lot of it is because of that fear of intimacy. A lot of men and women, right, have not had a level of intimacy that they have desired. And so when you get that, you're so afraid that you're going to lose it that you just shut it down altogether. It's called avoidant attachment, pulling away when things get close. So that means that there is a wound there, right? There's a wound there, and it creates this space of intensity in your body. And so there's no way that you can be intimate in that space, right? Because fear is leading. Fear is leading. My most amazing, one of the most amazing people that I follow, Dr. Gabor Mate. He is a doctor as well as a psychologist, and he teaches we are attracted to what feels familiar, not always what is healthy. I have to think about that thing, because when you're in a relationship and failed relationship, and this is because what your girl is always, I want you to have the uncomfortable but necessary conversations that you have to have with who? That you need to have with who? With you, boo, with you. This is all about you, because we like to point fingers and, blame everyone else for our relationships and what failed and what didn't work and blah, blah, blah. Right. But at some point, you are the common denominator in all of the relationships. Did I just step on somebody's foot? I said you, right, are the common denominator. Even though, right, I've been in situations where I talk about, being cheated on, or the infidelity in different things and situations that have happened. There is always something that you can take self evaluation. There's always a lesson to be learned. You are not perfect either, right? Did they cheat? Yep. But I have been mentoring and consulting in relationships where the men have cheated, the women are upset, but that woman is denying that man physical touch. Now, we can go all day. I know this is a Christian channel, but we're all adults. So come stay with me. Stay with me. Okay. We got to have the necessary conversation, Christians, because infidelity is over 50%. That is in churches, that is across worldwide. Men and women, it's over 50% of relationships that people are finding intimacy with someone else. And why is that? Because you're in a relationship, you may be taking that person for granted. This happens for men and women, but I'm talking to the women right now because it is happening a lot, where you are denying that man, right? And then you're upset when he goes out and with someone else. It's a conversation that needs to be had. Don't be mad at me. Look, don't shoot the messenger. It's just a conversation that needs to be had, because we're adults, right? If your love language, and most men, their love language is physical touch. If your love language is physical touch, and some women there are as well, but if your love language is physical touch and you're being denied physical touch, that how long, can they go without? Because a lot of men will wait 1, 2 years. They're in, the sexless marriages. This is a thing. I'm not going into it today, but I'm just mentioning it to you because somebody out there must need it. because it came upon my spirit. And I can't sugarcoat it for you, boo, because I want you to be great. I want you to have relationships. I want you to thrive in your relationships. I want you to be happy in relationship. And I don't want you to be stuck in relationships that you're not supposed to be in. So it is all about recognizing, is this something? Am I in love with this person enough to look internally at myself? Stop pointing fingers and look internally at myself and how I'm contributing to the lack of intimacy in our relationship. Because again, we can point those fingers, so easily, very, very quick. And I'm saying this because I've done that, right? I've been in a relationship, and every relationship that I was in, I could tell you everything that man did wrong. Everything. When I say everything, I said everything. Everything. It was his fault. He did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. I did nothing. It was him. Right? That was the mindset in the 20s. That was the mindset in the early 30s. In my 40s, and on this, since I've been in this self-reflection, asking God to show me. Baby, don't ask God to show you, because that's all you need to do. Ask him to show you. I promise you. Y'all are old enough to remember how the tapes used to rewind on the VHS tape. It'll go rewind back in your mind, and it will come so vividly as to what you are doing, what you did, the day that you said so and so. I don't know who that was for, but I'm feeling it all in my spirit. Moving on. That's a whole nother show. I'm moving on to signs that it might be fear. We're talking today about, is it love or is it fear? Is it love or is it fear? So these are signs that it might be fear. Ask yourself, do I feel anxious more than peaceful in my relationship? Do I feel anxious more than peaceful? Am I afraid to express my real feelings? Can you have a conversation with your significant other without it being nasty, without you feeling like you got to sugarcoat your words, without you feeling like, man, I'm not even going to say that because it's going to ruin my day? Or the last time I said that, they didn't speak to me for however long. Am I afraid to express my real feelings? I think the other question is, are you in relationship where someone is afraid to express their feelings? Whether it is, and please take into consideration that I'm talking about, your relationships with your significant other right now, but this does play in the mind of, if it's your children, if it's people at work, no matter who it is, communication. Can people talk to you without feeling like they're going to get their whole head bit off? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Christian woman. I'm talking to you, Christian man, pastor, bishop, uh, deacon, ushers. I'm talking to you. People in the choir, I'm talking to you. The musicians, I'm talking to you. The people in the pews, I'm talking to everyone. Can someone talk to you and ask you a question? Ask yourself, do I overgive so they won't leave? Oh, think about it. Are you buying or paying? I have a friend who pays for everything. Everything in the if they go out to lunch for the church, whatever, or after church or to whatever function, they're paying. They're paying. They're paying. Why? Because, oh, so and so is so sweet and they pay for it, and you're getting that affirmation, or you're getting that, what seems like love. After they get whatever they want from you, then they're gone and they don't hear from you until the next time. Or you don't hear from them, excuse me, until the next time you're paying for something. Do I overgive so they won't leave? Know that you are enough, and think about why you are doing what you are doing. My pastor said this. She preached about this back in the summer, and it always, I have to. Whenever I'm making a decision now, I just really sit and check my spirit as to, why am I doing this? Right? Because I am a giver. And the reasons why I have given has been for different reasons. But checking your spirit and asking, do I stay because I don't want to start over like that woman? 60 years, that's a long time. But I don't know about you. If you've ever found peace, if you have peace in your life, honey, I'm telling you, oh, mm, peace is a beautiful thing. Baby, you can't pay me enough. I don't care what you are selling. If it's going to shake or interrupt my peace, baby, you can keep it. You can't pay enough. Peace is a beautiful thing. The last one of you asking yourselves, have I lost parts of myself? I've been in relationship where I have lost myself so much so I didn't recognize myself. I didn't know who I was. That was part of me starting this journey back in 2019. I did not recognize myself. I looked in the mirror and I hadn't seen myself in years. You can look in the mirror. Did you know this? Do you do this? You can look in the mirror and not see yourself. Make it make sense. You look at your hair, right? You look at, your eyes, you wash your face, you look at your teeth, you brushing your teeth. But do you really take inventory of yourself? A lot of times this happens with people that are have obesity, right? You've seen yourself, but you see yourself as as a smaller version of yourself. You don't see yourself as your now 200, 300, 400 pound self, right? A lot of people speak about that to deal with anorexia. They don't see, or bulimia, excuse me, they don't see the bones. They see fat when there's no fat. Fear based relationship often includes trauma bonding, emotional highs and lows. That means you probably started a relationship when you were down and at your worst. And so, did you make the best decision for that partner that you chose to be with? And now you're in it, right? So you just rolling on with it, just going and being and doing, as I call it, just on autopilot. What about love bombing and then withdrawing? I did not know that there were so many people out there, a lot of people out there that are being love bombed. That is somebody, I mean, they're really on you in the beginning. Boom, boom, flowers, they're on it. Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to be together. I'm going to get married. We're going to boop, 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 this and that. They're on it in the beginning. It doesn't hold. Give it about 3 months. About 3 months in, because anyone that is lying to you, that is not being honest with who they are, they can only hold up the facade for so long, right? So the love bombing in the beginning, you just, oh my goodness, oh, he buys me flowers, oh, he does this, oh, he's always checking on me, oh, he gets this, and faking the funk the whole time. Love bombing and then withdrawing. These are fear based relationships. They often include walking on eggshells. Are you walking on eggshells? That is not passion. It is a dysregulated nervous system. A lot of people stay in these situations just because it's what I've been doing. Well, we've been together. Who else is going to want me? Baby, you don't even know what's out there because you haven't given yourself a chance to be out there. It's comfortable and it's easy. When fear is leading, your identity starts to shrink. You stop speaking up, you stop dreaming, you stop expanding, you stop adapting. Excuse me, you start adapting to their life, to the other person's life, right? And now you're in survival mode, right? So you're surviving love instead of living in it. Real love feels safe, real love feels steady, real love grows, right? And so as I close, if you've asked yourself if you're afraid to be alone, if I wasn't afraid to be alone, would I still be choosing this relationship? If you said to yourself, I'd rather have something than have nothing. I'm talking to you. Healing is I'd rather have peace than this pressure. So this week, I want you to journal one relationship decision you made based from fear. Ask yourself, what would courage have done? What would healing have done? And what would secure love look like for you? What does a secure love look like for you? That is it, family. Is it fear? Is it love? Or is it fear? See you next week. Well, family, this has been another divine intervention. Thank you for tuning in to Reflections, Choosing Me Guilt Free with your girl, Miss Michelle D.I. Every week, we will have the uncomfortable but necessary conversations as it relates to your mind, your body, your spirit, and emotions. You suffered long enough. It's time to break free. So join me every Monday at 1 p.m. right here on KGLD Radio, where you can fill your spirit with gospel all day long. See you next week.